In music, some albums don't just entertain, they change everything. Joni Mitchell's 1971 album Blue is one of those rare works. It's not just a collection of songs, it's a diary set to music filled with raw honesty and vulnerability. Mitchell wrote Blue during a time of personal upheaval, travelling through Europe and reflecting on love, heartbreak, and freedom. The result was a landmark in songwriting, intimate, poetic, and emotionally fearless. Blue set a new standard for confessional songwriting, inviting listeners into the depths of Mitchell's heart and mind. When it was released, Blue felt revolutionary, personal, precise, and unguarded in a way pop music rarely dared to be. Mitchell's lyrics painted vivid pictures, her melodies carried the weight of her words, and her voice made every emotion palpable. She wasn't just telling stories, she was sharing her truth, and in doing so, she encouraged others to find their own. Blue became a declaration that music could be as revealing as a private conversation. Its influence rippled outward, showing that vulnerability is a source of artistic strength. Decades later, Blue remains a touchstone for anyone seeking honesty in art. It's a masterpiece that continues to resonate generation after generation.
At its core, Blue explores love, loss, and freedom. Universal themes rendered with rare depth. Love appears in all its complexity, the rush of new romance in A Case of You, the ache of endings in The Last Time I Saw Richard. Loss permeates the album, from heartbreak to the sorrow of giving up her daughter in Little Green. Mitchell's willingness to confront pain transforms personal grief into transcendent art. Freedom is another thread, captured in the wanderlust of Carey and the existential yearning to escape expectations. She sings of the need to be true to oneself, even if it means walking alone. Vulnerability is the lens through which these themes are filtered. In River, she longs to skate away from her own turmoil, a metaphor for the desire to escape pain. Mitchell's honesty allows listeners to see themselves in her songs. Blue endures because it gives voice to the beautiful, messy journey of being human. Blue wasn't a chart-topping blockbuster, but its true impact was far deeper. It quietly revolutionized songwriting, inspiring artists to write from a place of unvarnished personal truth. In the early 1970s, most songwriters kept a safe distance from their subjects. Mitchell tore down that wall. She made her own life the raw material, giving others permission to do the same. Blue became a sacred text for musicians, a blueprint for honest, emotionally complex songwriting. Its influence spread slowly, passed from artist to artist, changing the very purpose of the song. The album's legacy isn't measured in sales, but in the countless songs it inspired. Blue showed that the most personal stories can be the most universal. It became a touchstone for artists seeking depth and authenticity. Blue didn't conquer the charts, it conquered the artistic imagination. Its quiet revolution permanently expanded the boundaries of what music could express. Some albums changed the marketplace. Blue changed the art form itself. Joni Mitchell's artistry goes far beyond her lyrics. Her musicianship is equally groundbreaking. She approached the guitar as a small orchestra, using her thumb for bass lines and her fingers for intricate melodies. Her signature sound comes from her use of open tunings, dozens of alternate tunings that created new harmonic worlds. Each song became a unique sonic landscape, impossible for most to replicate. Her voice, agile and expressive, could shift from a delicate whisper to a powerful belt capturing every nuance of emotion. On Blue, her vocals are at their most vulnerable and dynamic. The technical brilliance of her guitar and voice isn't just for show, it's essential to the emotional impact of her music. The complex chords mirror the complexity of her feelings, Mitchell's innovations made her music inimitable, setting her apart as a true musical architect. Every element serves her central purpose: honest, powerful, emotional expression. Before Joni Mitchell, few dared to make their own lives the subject of their songs with such specificity. Blue shattered conventions, blending poetry and confession in lyrics filled with real names, places, and events. Her songs are like diary entries, immediate, vivid, and deeply personal. Mitchell trusted listeners to find universal truths in her specific experiences. Her lyrics are literary, rich with metaphor and imagery. I could drink a case of you and still be on my feet. She proved that the most personal stories could be the most relatable. This fusion of raw confession and poetic craft set a new standard for songwriting. Mitchell's courage inspired generations of artists to tell their own stories. She showed that honesty and artistry could coexist, forever changing the language of popular music. Joni Mitchell refused to be confined by genre. Though she emerged from the folk scene, her music always pushed boundaries, blending folk, pop, classical, and jazz. Blue is often called a folk album, but its DNA is far more complex. Mitchell's restless creativity led her to explore new sounds, from the lush pop of Court and Spark to the jazz explorations of Hejira and Mingus. She was often criticized for abandoning familiar territory, but she prioritized artistic growth over commercial success. Her fearless evolution set a powerful example. Artists don't have to repeat themselves. Mitchell's journey showed that true artistry lies in constant exploration. She inspired others like Björk and Beck to break free from genre constraints. Her career is a testament to following one's creative instincts, no matter the risk. Mitchell's legacy is that of a true maverick, always forging her own path. Joni Mitchell's influence is vast, reaching across genres and generations. Prince was a devoted admirer, inspired by her harmonic daring and lyrical honesty. He covered A Case of You and saw her as a fellow innovator. Taylor Swift has cited Mitchell as a foundational influence, learning to turn heartbreak into art. Björk praised Mitchell's courage and constant reinvention. Countless artists, from Hozier to Lord, have drawn from her intricate guitar work, poetic lyrics, and fearless genre hopping. Mitchell expanded the possibilities of what a song could be. Her legacy lives on in every artist who values depth, honesty, and innovation. More than 50 years after its release, Blue still resonates with undiminished power. Mitchell's music endures because it speaks to timeless human emotions: love, sorrow, joy, confusion. In a noisy world, her songs offer space for reflection and feeling. She carved out a space for a distinctly female voice, showing women could be the architects of their own art. Mitchell's authenticity and leadership inspired generations of female artists. She expanded music's boundaries, blending honesty, poetry, and genre-defying sound. Her career is a testament to the courage of following one's own path. Joni Mitchell stands as one of music's most important and influential figures. She taught us that vulnerability is strength, and that the greatest art comes from unflinching honesty. Her music is a timeless gift, one that will inspire and console for generations to come.